Dow Jones today, U.S. stock market to see 300-point increase after worst week in 2 years. The Dow Jones looks set to have a solid opening today according to the U.S. stock index futures, but investors will be kept on edge despite European stocks rising so far today. The implied open for the Dow Jones Industrial Average was called by a group at 24,483, a rise of 1.18%. S&P 500 and Nasdaq futures have also even tipped for strong gains at the open. Wall Street rebounded on Friday, but that couldn't stop the Dow from recording its worst week in 2 years, closing at 24,190.90, ending the day up 330.44 points, or 1.38%. Cisco Systems and Apple were the best performing stocks in the Dow, advancing 2.8% and 2.4%, respectively. The S&P 500 rallied 1.49% to finish at 2,619.55, while the Nasdaq composite added 1.44% to close at 6,874.49. European markets gradually expanded their gains through today, and the prospect of a positive open from the US is set to keep the comeback going this afternoon. The Eurozone's indices ignored the Euro's 0.3% rise against the dollar, with the DAX surging 1.8% and the CAC jumping 1.4% as a green calm, however temporary, settled over the markets. Katie Stockton, founder of Rallied Strategies, said, "This looks like a corrective phase rather than the start of a bear market. The biggest risk to the market prior to this sell-off was sentiment, and we've seen that go from overly bullish to overly bearish." Connor Campbell from SpreadX said, "Of course, how the Dow Jones behaves this afternoon will likely dictate whether or not things remain quite so verdant. Luckily, at the moment at least, the Dow is facing a near 300-point increase when the bell rings on Wall Street, one that would take the index back above 22,450. For context, that's more than 2,000 points down from the all-time highs struck at the end of January.